Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night. And the beer we're going for tonight is from Northern Monk. This one, it is Dark Arches. And Dark Arches is what happens when McDonald's turns gothic. No, actually it's not, it's a lie. It's a black IPA, it weighs in at 6.7% ABV. And it says on the side of the can, it's the return of a Monk classic, a deceptive black IPA emerging for the first time since 2018. It is craft brewed with northern pride and rich with dank and dark malt flavours. There we go. I picked this one up in Sainsbury's on their 4 for 3. I think it was about £4 a can, something like that otherwise. So yeah, I haven't had a black IPA in ages. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Haven't had this particular one before. So yeah, let's see what it's all about, shall we? Let's get it out into a glass. And we're naturally going to pour into a Northern Monk glass. This one, right? And the pour is dark, which is expected for a BIPA. We're not going to go nuts. That will do. So, apart from a few too many bubbles for my liking, we've got a deep mahogany chestnut beer with a solid finger and a half of off-white head. Bear with me 2 seconds. There we go. That's the beer up close in a glass. It looks good. It's a whiff. Haha. It always messes with my head about black IPAs. It's got that tropical. It's got the tropical vibe with the dark roasted malts. It's a melon twister, always is, always has been. Even with tropically hopped stouts, it's the same kind of melon twisting thing. You don't expect the tropical in a dark stout. Equally, you don't expect an IPA to be black. But yeah, it smells good. It smells inviting. Tropical pineapple-y. Hints of citrus. Not a lot, but more of the pineapple, more of the mango-y guava type vibe. Smells good. So, looks good. Smells good. Let's see what it tastes like, shall we? Cheers. Again, with a disconnect in my head, it's dark. I'm expecting stout kind of body. It's not. It's about medium. The initial carbonation is quite soft and it kind of works. It's exactly what you expect, but it's not as smooth as your head would suggest it should be, looking at the colour of the beer. And the flavour, again, it's that proper melon twister. You get hit initially with mandarin, with pineapple, with the mango-y guava kind of tropical twist, and then you get coffee and the roasted malts underneath it. It's a proper melon twister, not what you expect at all, unless of course you've had black IPAs before. So yeah, what you taste and what your eyes see, very different things. You expect dark roasted coffee, chocolate, you get tropical, then the coffee. It works. It shouldn't work, but it works. It tastes nice. The finish, like I say, starts with that fruity, sweet, umbongo-like goodness, and then it's like, I've just had a stout. It's coffee, it's roasted, it's rich, it's intense. And yeah, I'm finding myself doing that same thing that I have every time a black IPA, and it's like, this doesn't make sense. But it does. I like it. There's no sign of the 6.7% at all. It's very mellow, well hidden in that regard. And I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing in this case. I like my dark beers really strong and intense. I like my IPAs bitter, hoppy, long, all that good business with a hint of the alcohol. Yeah, this is, again, a melon twister. Okay, scoreboard of joy time. The red pen of judgment is ready. The scoreboard is ready. We're going to fill it in. Visually, it's a black IPA, right? There's no haze to speak of. It's just black with a tan head, and it delivers pretty well in that regard. Like I say, it's dark with a nice head. There's nothing to dislike about that visually. So we are going to start with a full point. And the aroma, again, this is the first time that you could be confused. You look at it, you think dark roasted chocolate, you get tropical with a malty twist. It shouldn't work, but it does. It's like tropical with biscuits. Go figure. And I say biscuits, I mean that malty digestive kind of vibe. It's not an intense roasted malt on the nose. It's just that mellow sweet malt in a good way. I like it. It's not the strongest aroma. It's probably down the middle, 5 out of 10 in terms of the strength. But what is there is very nice. I want more of it though, so I'm going to go 0.7. The body, again, that's the second disconnect for me. I expect a dark beer to be thicker, heavier, silkier. This is not that kind of dark beer. This is an IPA with dark malt. So it's medium, soft carbonation. It works for an IPA quite well. I would always like more body, but it works. So there's nothing really of a beer that strength to change. So I'm going to give it the point. The flavour, the most important bit. Do I like it? Yes, I do. I do like that weird disconnect where you get the tropical fruit first, then a few seconds later, bang, intense roasted coffee and malt. It's a melon twister, as I've said, more than enough times in this video. And I like it. I like these random mashups. I haven't done a mashup video for a while. I should do one. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yes, I like it. It's a good strength of flavour. You've got lovely tropical fruits. You've got a nice, intense roasted malt. And we're going to leave out the fact that should they belong together, they work. I like it. Would I change anything? I would dry hop it doubly. I would. So I'm going to go to the 0.8. And the reason I would do that, the extra hops will give it a lot more chew, a little bit more body, and it should hopefully retain some of that intensity of the hops towards the back end of the flavour. Speaking of which, the finish, it's mostly about the malt. There's no getting away from that. It's what retains itself on the back end. It's all about that coffee. And if you don't like coffee on your back end of your beer, you're not going to like this one. I do. And I like it a lot. And it's long lasting, it's intense, it's rich, so I'm going to give it the full point. Which means we have got a score of 4.5 out of 5, which is a bloody good score. Bloody good score, particularly for a Northern Monk supermarket beer. Because they have been a little bit lacking lately, but this is another good one. They're starting to redeem themselves. Don't know how they're doing it, but whatever they're doing, it's working. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Let's go to the bonus points. We'll start with the obvious. It cannot have the full bonus because it did not get a full 5 out of 5. Does it represent value for money? Like I say, if you get it in Sainsbury's on the 4 for 3, works out pretty decent. Even if you buy it on its own at about £4 a can, pretty decent. It's a nice tasting beer at a relatively sensible price, and you get 440 mils of it. So I'm going to say yes. And would I buy it again? Again, I'm going to say yes. Why am I going to say yes? There are simply not enough black IPAs on the market, or indeed tropically hopped stouts. I like them. Don't see them often enough. I'm going to leave it there. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 with 2 bonuses for good measure. There we go. Happy days. It's the hottest day of the year so far, bar yesterday. It's very warm. This beer is nice and cold. So I am going to go and drink it and enjoy it whilst the sun lasts. we're going to leave it there and say, that's been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.